Yo, what's going on, everybody? You've seen it on screen, you've seen the thumbnail. Today, we're going to be talking about Modern Warfare's biggest problem. And Modern Warfare's biggest problem is the fact that it doesn't know what it wants to be, man. It doesn't know if it wants to be a realistic shooter, a Twitch shooter, a Call of Duty game, or like something like Overwatch. Like, the game doesn't know what it wants to be, man. It doesn't know if it wants to be a competitive shooter or what. But before we get deeper into this topic, guys, as always, go follow the Team Vice. They'll be on screen right now. And with that being said, let's just get right on into this video. So, Modern Warfare's biggest problem is the fact that it doesn't know what it wants to be. Okay? And the easiest way that you can see that people don't know what Modern Warfare is or what the game wants to be is the fact that people still argue that the game is realistic. People will still tell me, oh my gosh, Modern Warfare is the most realistic Call of Duty game. But yet, it ain't, man. It's the most inconsistent realism ever. You can one-shot somebody in the head with a deagle. Yeah, okay, that's kind of realistic. But you also cannot get a one-shot with an MP5 in the skull. It ain't realistic in that aspect, right? And then you also have people coming in like, oh my gosh, I'm running around in Modern Warfare. Oh, well, Modern Warfare is meant to be a slower game. Like, people are coming out here and saying Modern Warfare is this, Modern Warfare is that, Modern Warfare is a Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare is a slower paced Call of Duty game, right? Like, the game doesn't know what it wants to be. Modern Warfare wants to be everything at once. It wants to be a tactical, slow paced, more campy shooter, but it also wants to be a Call of Duty game at the same time. It's like the game doesn't even deserve the Call of Duty title because it's just a cluster of everything. It's so stupid. Like, it's just, oh yeah, okay guys, it's like people sat down in Infinity Ward and they just slapped down ideas and were like, you know what? We can't decide what we want to make Modern Warfare, so let's just make it be everything. And the biggest problem with this is the fact that when you try to do everything, you end up doing everything horribly. When you try to please everybody, you end up pleasing nobody, essentially. That's the thing, is when Modern Warfare tried to do everything, but ended up doing everything terribly. They're like, okay, so how do we slow down the game and make it not feel like Call of Duty at all? Let's take red dots on the minimap. Let's get rid of dead silence. Let's do all this stupid stuff for the game. But they just basically threw everything together into one game, and it plays horribly. If Modern Warfare had come out and just tried to be a slow-paced tactical shooter, I would be more happy with it. But the fact that there's so many different elements of everything screws it over and just makes the game a big cluster of everything. Like, it does, it's just a cluster of everything that COD wants to be and doesn't want to be. It's just, it doesn't flow well, man. And it's such a problem with Modern Warfare. I wish the game was set on one identity. Like, Black Ops 4 is set on one identity. Black Ops 4 is a fast-paced, I've heard people compare it to a hero-based shooter. Pretty much what it is. It's a fast-paced Call of Duty game, breakneck pace, except for like Black Ops 3, which is faster than it. It's a fast-paced Call of Duty game. Everybody's running around. There ain't no effective way to camp. That's what it is. It is a fast-paced, kind of hero-type based shooter. World War II, we got a slightly slower pace than BO4. It's based in World War II. It has guns from World War II. It knows what it wants to be, man. We have Infinite Warfare. It's a space shooter. It's set in space. It knows what it wants to be. It's futuristic. It's incredibly futuristic, actually. It's one of the most futuristic CODs. It is actually the most futuristic COD. It knows what it wants to be. Black Ops 3 is set like about 30, 40 years after Black Ops 2, something like that. And yet, it sticks to that time frame, man. Modern Warfare is like, yo, let's be a slow-paced shooter. Let's try to be a fast-paced shooter. Let's try to be a campy shooter. Let's try to be a realistic shooter. Let's try to be a competitive shooter. Pick one, dude. Like, seriously, pick one, maybe two at the max, right? Like, Black Ops 4 is your fast-paced, kind of hero-based competitive shooter. That's what it is. They haven't strayed away from that since the game came out. It is what it is. Modern Warfare is trying to be everything, if that makes sense. Where all these other Call of Duty games, man, like Modern Warfare 2, I don't even know what that game was supposed to be, man. It never got finished, basically. but yet it's one of the best CODs. Everything's overpowered, and essentially the game is a big giant cluster of overpoweredness. But yet alone, people love it, man, because it has an identity. Modern Warfare's identity is literally, I hate to say it, but Modern Warfare's identity is the worst COD of all time. That's what it's trying to be, I guess, man. I guess they're like, what should we make this COD? Worst COD of all time. Done. Done. It's the worst COD of all time. That's the game's identity right now. Like, if I were to describe Modern Warfare right now, it'd be like, it's the worst, slow-paced, it's terrible, it tries to be everything, it's the worst COD of all time. Done. Yeah. So if you guys did happen to enjoy this shorter video, I really didn't know what to make a video on today, so if you guys did happen to enjoy this random rant that I just had to go on, because man, I'm getting so many different comments on videos saying the game's realistic, the game's not realistic. Oh my gosh, the game's this, the game's that, the game's a COD shooter. I get so many different point of views of what Modern Warfare is, because it tries to please everybody and ends up pleasing nobody. So yeah, if you guys did happen to enjoy this shorter-ish video, about like a minute shorter, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. I make Call of Duty videos like this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and yeah, I'll see you guys all later. Peace out, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.